What's up, guys? Welcome here back to another cracking episode. This XSwordgamer 123 here, bringing you out a new series on my channel called Cannoning with XSword. Guys, how is it going? Welcome here. This is the first episode of Cannoning with XSword. If we can aim for 8 likes in today's episode with me, obviously, that would be spectacular. That would be amazing, guys. So yeah, before we actually get into the new series and all, guys, I want to explain where all the factions episodes are going. Now, I'm hoping that from tomorrow I'll be able to do daily factions. If I manage to do daily factions, that would be beautiful. At least a video, like one video, and then you have a 2 days gap, and then a video. So hopefully I can get that amount done. So hopefully, guys, I'm going to be recording a raid today. Hopefully, because we've got a raid today, and I'll probably show that episode out tomorrow, maybe, if I can get it in done. Because today we've got this video out for you. Or there probably will be maybe double upload if you guys are lucky enough. If we can aim for 8 likes, the factions episode will be out then. So yeah, let's stop talking and let's get straight into today's episode. So Saico have actually added a new realm which is called the Cannoning realm, or the Cannoning training, or the Cannon training. However, you guys, what you do is you obviously can go and hit everybody. Pretty much has the same commands and all that, apart from Overlord, which I believe. They get //1, as in like world edit and all that stuff. We probably actually need that. And obviously, you know, flying and all that, you get that because we're in creative. I do get like the expert rank if a guy which is called expert says something in the chat, then I'll show you guys. But you get that if you have Overlord in any of the realms. So yeah, you get into the portal here and you are on your unique plot, which I have, guys, and I'll be showing off all of the cannons in a later video, guys. It will be kind of like a tour around my plot. I'll be showing that off. But today we're going to be raiding a 1-chunk base. Now this is not the base. This is all of the walls for it. But we will be cannoning a 1-chunk base, which I'll show you right here. That is what we're trying to get into. It's pretty easy. What it has a cobble layer, and then an obsidian layer, and then you're in pretty much. So that's the amount of layers on the actual crust of the base, really, if we can put it that way. But it does, obviously we're cannoning from this side, we're practicing to get through walls. We could just cannon here, obviously, but we're not going to go and just do one straight up shot and get in, but that's just enough. Obviously this massive trench, this will probably be nearly impossible to do in normal Saico, but this is kind of just this is just an example. But there's 31 region walls and quite a lot of cobble walls right here, and I don't know how many walls this is. I should have counted, but I believe it might be 40 of these walls. I don't know, it might actually be the same amount of region walls, but I really don't know. But you can fit in even more walls, which is beautiful. But today we're going to be showing you how to cannon. I'm using my own type of cannon. It's called a lean cannon. It's obviously the name and the style of the cannon isn't mine. I kind of did a few things which I did a few different things. It probably is exactly as how lean cannons should look. I don't know though. Actually, we don't really need render distance that quite high up, so we can turn that down to 10. But yeah, we're using the lean cannon. What the special thing about a lean cannon? It's just special, really. A lean cannon allows you to do a few things. Obviously, it's a smaller version of a 100 stacker, really. Only stacks 20 sand. But it does the same principles as a 100 stacker, apart from stacking a 100 sand, which is the most important thing why we use a 100 stacker. I'll be showing off my 100 stacker and my 230 stacker, and there's a little bit of a difference with that stacker, and I'll show you guys in a later video of a tour. But yeah, we're just going to get straight into the core of the episode, and we need to go and slab bust. So what we do, slab busting is you must have the hammer down on, which is this, which is I think that's 10 TNT, or 20 TNT in this fact, because there's obviously 10 each side. It drops down into the, what's it called, here, and then the piston obviously retracts by a delay, and then obviously this TNT gets fired later on. And so what it does is a TNT from behind hammers down the TNT that gets shot by there, and that TNT from the hammer down, I believe, will smack the slabs, or it's a scatter that does that. I'm pretty sure it might be the scatter that actually gets shot all the way down. And the scatter, it pretty much shoots like a load of different type of, like a ton of TNT. You know what I might actually do is I probably want to fill this TNT. So fill 2000/TNT. There we are. All dispensers should be filled up with TNT. By the way, this how scatters actually work. You need to have a redstone thingy called, what's it called, the comparator circuit. And you have to have it on that light there, so it means it's if you want to shoot like a lot of shots, and that's how it works. So that's what we have, and we want to do that. So let's just go and fire our TNT. It's not lagging today, which is beautiful. This is why I did record this yesterday, but but beautiful shot. There we are. See, guys, slabs busted with a slab buster. Now this gets to the boring bit. So what we have to do is we've got to get rid of the scatter, because we're going to be needing that. We'll be wasting TNT if we keep on shooting that. And actually, it will kind of like not break the sand, but it will affect the sand and the precision. So we don't want the scatter to be used for that. But yeah, we do have the hammer down on, because we still want the sand to get what's it called, hammered down. So there we are. It goes like this, and biome, it gets piled there. Obviously, the cannon at first is rusty. It doesn't, stack that a lot of sand. It doesn't stack 20. That only stacked 5 pieces of sand out of the 20. So yeah, that's what it does. But don't worry, guys. In the last 2 shots, it stacks 20 or 40 sand, which is beautiful. Obviously, 2 shots. But what it does, so let me actually show you. Boom. Stack TNT. See, that stacked only like 8 pieces of TNT. It will obviously stack even more when it gets quite higher up. So yeah, I got my assistant Mindflare. I think he just wants to have a look. I did tell him if he can tell me if I'm doing everything right. He should be doing right. This is my plot, so it's alright. He doesn't have access to the plot. I don't want anybody to have access from the plot, because obviously I don't want anybody to destroy my cannons. But there we go. That was an actual good shot. 10 sand there. So the first 3 to 2 shots are really bad shots. Does happen with the lean cannon, which is the only doubt about a lean cannon. It's meant to obviously shoot around 20, but only shoots 5. So with a hunch stacker, it will probably only shoot 60 sand, 65 sand for the first shot, which is beautiful, because that's the amount we need to even get through this base. We only need 100 stack per shot, and then you win. But this next shot, there we are, that stacked 10 more. Okay, we are doing good. So now we need, I say 3 more shots, maybe only 2. It really depends. And obviously this is the first wall. It needs to, I could set or which level we want to go at. I want to be straight bang in the middle, because that's where most of the spawners will always be, straight bang in the middle. So, and that's where most of the drops want to go, because, having it right at the top, you need to have obviously a bottom to it. So doing this in a way is pretty decent. So there we are, that's stacked 10 or 20 more. Don't know. We need the sand level to be right at the level of the obsidian I placed around. So yeah, that's 4 shots so far, and that's how much sand is stacked. With this type of cannon, that is heaven. That is beautiful. But obviously the next 3 to 2 shots will be beautiful, guys. Look at this. This is my own cannon, or not own cannon, but this is like what I managed to do, and I'm happy, because this does bust actually 2 walls as well. If it was obby, it would have not done 2 walls. It might have done 2 walls. It really depends, but I will show you what I mean by it will bust 2 walls just in a second when we do go into busting the walls. What I mean by busting is straight hybrid in the wall. But there we are. Oh my god, that shot was beautiful. As you guys can see, 1 sand piece flies all the way upwards and then arrives down. Don't know why it does that, but I think it's in case the TNT doesn't land in the right place. The sand will contract the TNT in a way. But now, if the TNT explodes right in the center, and that sand kind of mark gives you a little bit of a mark, gives you a little bit of like an example, saying that the sand stack actually works. So if you see the sand going upwards, that was only the first time I actually saw it, because all 20 sand stacked there. So that's the reason. So if you see that, that means you stack 20 sand and exactly shot. There we are. That's the last piece of sand that has to land. If it doesn't land, it might have just gone out of render distance. But But yeah, but there we are. We only need one more sand shot, and we should be in. So that is around 6 shots with a lean cannon. It doesn't use up that much TNT. The only time it uses that much TNT is from the hammer. So make sure you have more TNT in the hammer and the scatter than the actual boosters. This only needs to shoot like one at a time. As you guys can see, look, there's not much TNT getting fired each shot. This kind of pretty effective because you don't have to use much TNT in the boosters. Unlike the 100 stacker, you need to have 2 kind of boosters in a way. This one doesn't use that much TNT, which is a beautiful cannon. So there we are. We've got it right on level. It might not be just on the right level, but no, it actually is beautiful because it's obviously going to stack 20 sand exactly at the end of it. It might not seem right, as in like it will stack 6 and 5 pieces at the start, but yeah, this is actually exactly in its territory. It might just be 1 upwards. That might have mean that that I might have calculated. Well, the sand one sand piece might have actually got in there where it's not actually meant to, which is pretty sick. It doesn't really matter. So we now can attach the scatter towards there. And we now have to disconnect the hammer. Now, guys, I will obviously make a tutorial on how to build this cannon later on in the series of Cannoning with XSword. This is the very basics of cannon. I could be doing a very small TNT cannon, but I want to show you the very basics of how to actually hybrid, because that's what you guys want to do. That's what you guys want to mean. And hybrid actually means 2 things combined into one, and that's what like sand with TNT. That's what it does. It combines into one space inside the middle there, and then obviously shoots into one shot. But there we are, guys. This is what I mean. We actually busted the wall beautifully there, and it actually got rid of 1 sand piece, which means that's what it does. It gets rid of all of that 1 sand piece. So if it's not on level, it will get rid of all of the sand up which isn't on level. So that's what it did. But then it stacked obviously some sand, as you guys can see, the water source, just so then the TNT can land in between it and bust that sand. And obviously the sand will probably just, probably gets destroyed because of the TNT, or land down not near the slabs, maybe just around the slabs. So yeah. But now we need to go and slab bust down here. Now I want to make sure, did we with this slab bust here, busted the next section? We did it inside here. Well, there was no slabs here originally, but we did break the wall here. So technically, if this was a faction base wall, if there's only 1 wall and there was no glitch there, we would be able to e-poke through, which is pretty good. So you guys protect your base with glitch layers at the bottom of them, because it's actually pretty effective, because I've learned how to actually very easily raid, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing next map, because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to forget how to make bases. So yeah. Now I hope this actually goes through the wall and bust the slabs down there. Yes, beautiful shot, beautiful shot. That just slab busted that beautifully. Now what we got to do, get rid of the scatter. We don't have to attach anything. We now just need to place a cobweb down, place another cobweb down, stack up sand, and yeah. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Obviously only 20 max sand. If you add more sand to the TNT cannon, the timings will go wrong, because this is specifically timed, so all 20 sand does that. But guys, you've probably seen in that right there, you see that, guys? That's a quick pulse. Now what a quick pulse is, it obviously does what it meant to do. It's a quick pulse. It's a quick pulse, so it's a really quick flick or tick. I think it's a 1 tick from here all the way to there. And the reason why that actually does is because if there was a 4 tick delay to that piston, the TNT will just explode on that piston. It will explode the cannon. So it needs to be a very quick, because as the button gets pressed, obviously it goes here for like around how many ticks that is, into there, and that does it exactly the same. So it needs to be timed exactly for it to work. So that's why there's a quick pulse there, and there's a quick pulse here as well, and that is for the not for the scatter, for this, because the sand needs to get contracted into 1 slot. So sometimes sand can like fit like. So what we need to have is we need to have a cobweb here and a cobweb here, because first of all you want sand to be here, and you don't want to have have to have it at the bottom, because then it would be 20 sand. But then when I flip the button, or click the button, whatever it's called, push the button, the quick pulse will quick this. It will obviously get rid of the TNT or whatever it's there, the cobweb, and then it goes to the next cobweb. And obviously, when the TNT is ready to fire it, or whenever the signal gets to the pistons, it will push it straight forwards to another hyper shot, or whatever it needs to be. So that's pretty decent. But yeah, you probably can't see those quick pulses. But yeah, there we are. That's a quick pulse. But sometimes it lags when doing those quick pulses. If it does, it's just because maybe your frame rate can't pick up that quick pulse. So like mine one really couldn't keep up unless, I mean, it got it exactly when it was lagging. So my PC couldn't resist that. So unfortunate for me. But yeah, we are stacking sand pretty beautifully. I'll probably do this one more time, so I'll probably like show you guys busting in one more time of these walls, and then I'll probably do like a little time lapse or stuff like that, because I like doing time lapse. They're fun. Yeah, so yeah, let's aim for 8 likes, guys. That would be beautiful. But yeah, I'm learning to cannon. I'm not a noob at cannoning. I do know how to cannon properly now. So as you guys can see, you know, I'm using a lean cannon. This is a very simple cannon to get through. I say to get through 10 walls, it would probably take an hour to do. So we're getting through. I say we're about to get through around 75 walls. So this wouldn't obviously take 7 hours to do. But this is obviously a test base. I would never use a lean cannon to raid this base. I would probably use a 100 backup. I just need to learn how to make those and make them work. So, yeah, but I'll never use a lean cannon to raid a 75 wall base. You probably can use a lean cannon to get through 20 walls. That would be beautiful. And that's why I'm going to use this cannon. I prepared this cannon just so for next map on Psycho, on Zombie Realm, and stuff like that, guys. And about Zombie Realm, or not only about Zombie Realm, about Psycho Realms, I'm thinking next season to try and play on every single realm, but only have a series on one realm, on the main realm. And if I'm reboot, I pressed the button as soon as the reboot happened. That was a bit embarrassing. Okay. Well, I don't think the button obviously would have worked there, but you know, that's a quick restart. Okay. The restart shouldn't take that long, if I am correct. Most of the times these type of restarts are pretty fast. But yeah, I'll be back when the restart is actually... Okay guys, welcome here back. That reboot took forever, and I can't even remember what I was doing. Yeah, welcome here guys back. Sorry, that's like... The reboot is like the day after now, so this is like the day after. So now it's actually Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. The bit before, guys, was Monday. Our reboot took forever, and then the server wasn't on for the whole like day after that. And so yeah, but it's back up today, which is beautiful. I think there's just some lag issues that we're trying to fix, but we're here back. I wasn't too sure what we were doing, but let me just okay, so we are stacking some sand. It looks like that's what we're doing. Should be. I did have kind of a few tests with the cannon just to make sure that everything is fine. I shot one shot with sand, so I'm pretty sure this should be working. If not, then rip. But okay, so I'm not too sure if we're actually stacking that sand. This sand keeps on getting bugged right here, which is irritating, but hopefully we are stacking sand. We should be able to. I mean, there's nothing that's stopping us from doing it, guys. But sorry, I need to apologize first of all. I haven't even said yesterday like what I was meant to say, really. Well, the apology. But I'm sorry guys for not uploading for like a week now. It's really like tough for me. Hopefully later on today, or maybe tomorrow, there will be a factions episode. I'm hoping that is the case, because, you know, obviously I want you guys to experience, you know, have fun, watch my videos, do all that stuff, because, you know, it's pretty nice. But yeah, I'm getting to YouTube pretty cool now. Right now, this is kind of like my relaxed stage of YouTube. Just at this end, I think this before the summer will be a little bit of a relax, and then summer will be, I say, like a daily factions episode in the summer, guys. Don't you worry. Daily factions will be in the summer. So, yeah. Okay, so that stacks sand beautifully there. So yeah, let's go and burst. Well, not burst, but let's go straight hybrid that wall right now. Let's go and hybrid that wall with our beautiful lean cannon we have right here set up for today's episode. It's been doing well, this cannon. It means the most successful cannon we've used so far. Most of the other cannons, like the 100 stacker or the 230 stacker, are very glitchy right now. So yeah. Did we get in? Yes, we know. Yeah, yes, we did. Beautiful. That was a hell of a shot. You know. Let's just lower that down so it's exactly like that. There, that was a good shot. Now we've got to go and slab bust again. So I'm gonna go and probably time lapse this until I've got through enough walls. So yeah, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed these two walls that I've just destroyed. And now let's get into a time lapse. See you at the end. Okay guys, that's time lapse done for today because this is not working out pretty well. I mean, we've got through 5 walls there. 5 walls, and I was saying we're going to go out and do 10. The reason why I said we're going to be doing 10 is because I thought the sand stacking would have sand stacking properly. But unfortunately, the problem with this cannon, what it does is some of the, like, it only stacks like 2 at a time because all of the sand is getting clogged up because of this. Because of the front wall, which is really annoying me. So I've been trying to like figure out, and if you guys been seeing me like trying to like break this and pile that up, it's because, you know, I'm trying to like actually make it done. But in the real world of Psycho, I'll have to learn like a new cannon to actually raid a base like this. But this cannon is beautiful to even get through 10 walls. If it just doesn't work, if it works out right, because look, the sand's meant to be all in level, and I think the first ever wall we actually shot through kind of failed, but I think it was pretty cool. We managed to go through 5 walls, which is actually not too bad. Wasn't a disappointment, I think. If you guys did enjoy, remember to leave a like. That would be such appreciated. Either way, yeah, so I will guys see you in the next canon episode. This was the first ever episode. This is XSwordgamer here, guys, bringing you out even more episodes, hopefully, later on in this series. So, yeah. But, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully there will be a Psycho episode later on today or tomorrow. Sorry for not uploading that much. And, yeah, all of the links down below for anything you guys want. The IP, anything like that, new webpage, our server store, anything like that, guys. And I will see you in the next Cannoning with XSword episode. Bye!